What's being called a predictable surprise, the day hackers take control of our computers and cell phones and corrupt the system. U.S. government leaders say if it were to happen soon, we would not be prepared. RT's Christine Frizzao joins us for the rest of the story in the studio. Hi there, Christine. So what did you find today?
Well, it was really interesting. When we talk about former government leaders, these are people who worked under former presidents and had a vested interest in national security, including the former director of intelligence. Now, the point of today's exercise, and it was like a several-hour exercise, and the point was to show that if, in fact, terrorists decide to attack our communications system, it's going to be a mess.
Attention hackers, the next terrorist attack will likely be in your hands.
Everything we do in modern life, pretty much all over the world, depends upon the internet.
So former U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Michael Chertoff and other former government leaders spent the day posing as members of the National Security Council and dealt with a simulated cyber attack, complete with a simulated news report.
Clearly, our communications infrastructure is being attacked.
It starts with a college basketball March Madness application for cell phones. The supposed hacker uses it to gain access to all the information stored inside.
Up to 20 million and counting of the nation's cell phones have stopped working.
Another fear is that with the push of a couple buttons and an internet connection, experienced hackers could get inside your computer. Except instead of shutting the system down completely, they'd take total control of your personal information.
So that people's bank accounts began to either increase or decrease by a random amount. That would not only mess up the bank's internal accounting, but it would cause a crisis of confidence in the banking system.
NSC members worked diligently through their clues to get to the bottom of the source. The first suspect?
The video clips contained the shots of the Red Army. There is suspicion that it could well have originated in some part of Russia.
Both Russia and China a real threat, according to those on the simulated council. And at this moment, the U.S. government is still lagging.
Here in D.C., I mean, we just saw record snowfall. The city could barely handle that. How can we expect that our government's going to be able to handle a cyber attack?
Well, you know, the great lesson of the snowfall is it's all about preparation. The more prepared you are, the better it is and the better able you are to deal with the consequences of a disaster, whether it be natural or man-made.
So, based on these exercises, are we prepared?
Well, clearly not.
This is a vulnerability, and it needs to be dealt with.
Especially with so many people now using smartphones.
The smartphones really are walking around computers, and they need to be protected with security software the same as the computer systems do.
If not, it could affect everything, from banks to electrical grids, even travel, paralyze the system, and spread.
An incident in one part of the country or in one part of our society could spread very rapidly to the society as a whole. I think that's the nature of the problem.
The solution still seems a long way off.
Christine, why did they use cell phones and not computers for this simulation?
Well, there's a couple different reasons. One of them is they say that technologically speaking, we are far more advanced in dealing with securing our laptops and our desktop. Anything computer related, we have spyware, we have antivirus. We don't have that on our cell phones. And just basically everyone I know, I don't know about you, everyone I know has a smartphone. So basically you're carrying around a mini computer that's not protected. But there is another reason. S-Mobile Communications was a big part in today's simulation. I think that they probably put forth some of the funding for it. Guess what they do? They make software for security software for your cell phones.
Surprise, surprise. Did they say where they think that another attack might come from?
You know, they, as you saw in the story, they said Russia has the capabilities. China has the capabilities. But you know, when I was talking to John Negroponte, he said something very interesting. He said he could see more, it would be more feasible that it would be a criminal group, so some sort of mafia type group that had an interest in doing this to get what they wanted.
Wow, interesting. Perhaps even within the United States itself. RT's Christine Frizzao, thank you.